For 2 years, Nancy Pelosi was the Speaker. Harry Reid was the leader of the Senate. And Barack Obama was the President of the United States. In that 2-year period, when the Republicans were not in control of the House or the Senate or the presidency, government was expanded by almost 35% in that 2-year period where we had no power in the House to stop it. There was no resolve in the Senate to stop it. And the president basically implemented his wish list of everything that he had campaigned for and was put into office for. Thankfully, the United States came to its senses. They put one House in control of the Republicans, and everything basically came to a screeching halt. Not one single Democratic bill could be voted out of committee. It couldn't be law. But we had this law on the books all of a sudden. We had this massive expansion of government that took place. What the president did is he turned, since he had no way of getting any of his policies through the legislative process, he turned to executive orders. And he basically he started running the government day to day, not through the legislative process, which circumvents the Constitution, circumvents the power of the people. And businesses need to know that they're not just 1 year from now. They can't make a 5-year plan on a 1-year tax rate. They can't make a 10-year plan on that. And I'm very opposed to a different tax rate on those people who make about $250. Not because I'm in favor. Most people don't understand. Businessmen that make anything in their business, they take those profits and put them right back into the business. They buy trucks with them, they buy ladders with them, they hire more people. They don't go out and buy yachts.
Sure.
I mean, if you penalize and tax business more, business is not going to have as much money to expand and grow. That is a basic philosophy. The closest plan that I have seen, that I've voted for 3 times now, is the budget that the House has proposed the last 3 years and sent over to the Senate. And it does not cut as drastically as my constituents want, but it bends the rate of growth down to where it flattens the rate of growth out. And then it counts on us coming out of the recession and having, at lower tax rates, us having an increased revenue stream so that the X's cross each other. Paul Ryan, our vice presidential nominee, will admit to you that after 10, 12, 15 years of overspending, that will take 12 to 14 years. Now, I'm a member of the Republican Study Committee. I have voted for, and we have passed in the last 2 years, budgets that have made those lines cross in basically 8 years. It takes dramatic cost cutting, and we do not have the votes in the House on the Republican side to do that. And we certainly don't have the resolve in the Senate to do it. So the world markets are the ones that are going to dictate to us. Unfortunately, after last year's vote to extend the debt ceiling, the world's markets, I believed that the world markets would punish our currency. I believe that the world markets would do like they are to Spain right now and to Italy and say, you're spending too much, you're not taxing yourself enough, and they would raise the interest rates on our debt, and we would have to bring the spending in line. The exact opposite happened. 10-year Treasury rates went from 3% down to 1.4%. And the signal was sent by the world. The United States is still the safest currency. You can borrow at half the rate that you were borrowing before you did that. And so with a combination of an administration that believes that the only answer to a regained economy is more spending, and with a strong feeling, partisan feeling, that that is not the answer, that we should level the spending of government out and then start it down as a percentage of GDP. That's where we're at loggerheads.